This video demonstrates guidelines for packing process-scale columns with CHT media. CHT can be packed into all types of axial flow process columns. Please follow your specific column protocols along with the suggested guidelines for CHT media packing. CHT, or ceramic hydroxyapatite, is a mixed-mode chromatography media that overcomes many of the limitations of traditional crystalline hydroxyapatite and provides the throughput, stability and reproducibility required for industrial biopharmaceutical manufacturing for the purification of biomolecules. It has unique separation properties and unparalleled selectivity and resolution. Its unique resolution property makes it a powerful tool for process developers, and Bio-Rad offers optimized protocols for packing and unpacking CHT ceramic hydroxyapatite. These guidelines for handling and packing are recommended for all CHT users to ensure reproducible and high-quality results. CHT is supplied as a dry powder. Please use protective equipment including a dust mask, gloves, safety glasses and a laboratory coat when transferring the powder. Proper use of a dust mask prevents inhalation of dry CHT. Use a packing solution that is at least 150 millimolar in ionic strength and pH 6.8 or greater. CHT is sensitive to mechanical stress and contracture. To avoid fines, follow these recommendations on slurry preparation. Always begin slurry preparation by adding the appropriate volume of buffer to the open column, container or slurry tank, followed by the powdered CHT. If you are manually mixing in a container or in an open column, use a plastic paddle in a J-stroke pattern or back and forth motion. If you are mixing in a slurry tank, use a low shear hydrofoil impeller set at a speed fast enough to keep the particles in suspension without creating a vortex. When packing CHT, the usable column height should be twice the final bed height. A slurry of 50% volume to volume is recommended for efficient packing. This will minimize shear forces and particle-to-particle collisions during packing. Use a frit with a pore size of about 10 micrometres. Use a diaphragm pump for CHT slurry transfers. This will also help prevent damage to the beads and avoid the creation of fines. Ensure that the column is level before beginning CHT slurry transfer. The CHT bed should be evenly packed for best results. Wet the bottom frit and ensure that no air is trapped in the bottom adapter. Close the bottom process valve. When packing prepared CHT slurry, use the CHT instruction manual to calculate the appropriate slurry percentage and volume and then transfer to the column by pouring or by using a diaphragm pump. For dry CHT, calculate the appropriate volume of packing buffer and dry media required based on the guidelines in the CHT instruction manual. The amount of media that can be packed is dependent on the functional column height, which is the height of the column that can be used when the top adapter is in place. Transfer packing buffer into column first, then add CHT media. Mix gently with a plastic paddle while wearing a dust mask. This step typically requires 2 people, 1 to pour and 1 to mix the CHT. The paddle motion should be side to side or a J-stroke to avoid damaging the CHT beads. When all CHT has been added to the column, rinse the paddle and the walls of the column with a squirt bottle. Insert the top adapter into the column with the inlet valve open, lower it 2 centimeters above the liquid level and secure its position. Allow the CHT to settle for 1 minute to establish a buffer layer of approximately 2 to 3 centimeters of clear liquid above the bed support. Lower the top adapter until completely submerged in the clear liquid. Engage seals marginally as defined by the column manual so the liquid will not bypass the seal while the adapter is lowered. Continue to lower the top adapter to release the air trapped between the bed support and packing solution. Initiate downflow at 200 to 300 centimeters per hour until the bed is consolidated. When the packed bed height is reached, stop the flow, close the outlet valve, leaving the inlet valve open, and lower the top piston frit to 1 to 5 millimeters above the packed bed. Once packed, CHT does not rebound or compress. After packing, adjust the top adapter sealing device according to the column instruction manual. Condition the column with 3 to 5 column volumes of running buffer at 100 centimeters per hour or selected operating flow rate. Start an HETP asymmetry test. This test indicates the efficiency and integrity of the packed bed. Be sure to use an appropriate HETP test running buffer. And equilibrate the column with 3 to 5 column volumes of test buffer using flow rates of 75 to 150 centimeters per hour. The injection buffer is the test running buffer adjusted to a total sodium chloride concentration of 1 molar. When you are ready to unpack the column, begin downflow with buffer and move the top piston adapter up. A layer of clear liquid will form. Loosen the sealing device and continue to raise the top piston adapter. Begin upflow. The bed will lift from the bottom frit and begin to break apart and resuspend. When approximately 1 column volume of buffer has been added, stop the flow. Remove the top adapter, use a plastic paddle to mix the slurry or, if available, sparge with air for 10 to 15 minutes. Place the appropriate sized tubing into the column and connect it to a diaphragm pump. And begin transferring the media into a collection vessel. Add more buffer if needed to remove remaining CHT media. It may take 5 or more column volumes to completely remove the media from the column. When the slurry is unloaded completely, rinse the column as recommended by the column instruction manual. The column is now ready for cleaning. To receive additional information about CHT ceramic hydroxyapatite, please visit www.bio-rad.com/CHT packing or contact your local sales representative at process@bio-rad.com.